It is 2020. Yes, you know me. New year, new series. Yes, Mythbuster in comic books collecting. Yeah, you know, Mythbuster was one of my favorite show on cable for many years. I love how they plan out all the science and stuff to debunk any myth that we believe. Fun show, but hey, this is gonna be about the hobby, the comic book collecting. Yeah, myth. There's a lot of myth in this hobby, and let's dive into one and see if you agree with me or not. Okay, just because I don't believe on these beliefs and call them myth, you may say no, it's facts. You know me, I like to look at numbers and data and facts and not hearsay, beliefs, myths. First one, since I returned to the hobby in 2008, you know, I'm not a I'm not a convention attendees. Okay, I attended two conventions between 2008 and today. Yeah, two, only two. One in Tampa Bay and one in San Diego Comic Con. Yes, that was the only two, and both of them were in 2010. Yeah, it just happened that in 2010, I chose to go to two of those conventions, and after those two, I said to myself, no mas. I went to a lot of conventions in the early 90s. My early days in Boston after I graduated from college in 1989, 1990, 1991, I went to probably a dozen conventions in those 3 years in Boston. So that all changes in the past 10 years. Now, since I returned, whenever, okay, no, occasionally, when I see weakness in pricing action of auctions, whether it's Comic Link or eBay or Heritage, whenever I see that, weak results, some people will tell me, you know why it's weak? It's because of convention season. Okay? I'm sure some of you have heard that before. Okay? When there is weak prices, especially online, it is because it is due to convention seasons. Now, decades ago, convention season are fairly short, okay, because that's way back in the 70s and the 80s, okay? But we all know today convention can run from literally April all the way through early November, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Sure, the big cons, still the San Diego Comic Con, the one in Chicago, Heroes Con in Carolina, New York Con, but there are a ton of conventions, you know, all the way across 8 months plus of time frame. Yeah, because CGC and CBCS are constantly attending many of these cons. If they were not big, they wouldn't be going to Emerald Comic Con up in Seattle or the one in Texas. Trust me, it's so many. Okay, the today con season, this past decade, conventions, big one, with big stars signing and appearing, literally all the way from April through November. Okay, it's so it is, it's no longer isolated to a month or 2 months. It is literally 3/4 of the year where you have constant convention somewhere every weekend almost. So, as someone that did not attend convention anymore and I buy mostly online, I felt that the myth that that have been passing around this hobby for the past many years, if not decade plus, about its slow action or weak pricing online is because of the offline activities. Think about it. Think about that myth, because let's discount 2019. Okay, 2019 last year was not a very good year for the market, for the hobby. Many books are down, but we all know the great results because GPA is recording actions online, not offline at convention. So we can't have record years of many books breaking crazy prices in 2016, 2017, and 2018. And even before that, even before those 3 years I just mentioned, we would not have record prices on many slabs if online bidding was slow because of con season, right? That's why it is a myth. There is very little truth to that. No doubt, convention season, there are some people that go to conventions and spend their money there. Conventions are packed with people. So no one is gonna dispute that a lot of people are spending money at conventions. But what are they buying? What are they digging for? Are they grabbing books off the wall? I don't think so, right? A lot of the keys on the wall are just eye candies, okay? They just there for people to argue over. I'm not saying that dealers are not selling the big books off the wall. They are. But there's a reason why Comic Link has no problem auctioning off thousands of CGC slabs. Some, if not many, are at record prices on monthly basis in the past many years. Okay, so there are different kind of buyers, and many buyers that attend conventions, they may be digging at the bargain bins, but they still bid online as well. So whatever people believe as far as that myth that con season equal weak results in big auctions, that's not true. What do you think? Okay, for sure, I'm always pointing the wrong direction. I will put a poll that you can vote whether you agree or disagree, because for me, the data just does not bear out that there is any truth to this myth as far as con season is not a good time to consign books. I consign a lot of books to Comic Link over the past many years, and I have get great results on any given month. See, on any given month, there are always books that did a little bit weaker than I thought, and there's always books that did better than I thought. Okay, it's rare that I would consign 8 or 10 books to Comic Link and get great results on every single one. There's always 1 or 2 that underperform, and there's always a few that outperform. That's just the way the inefficiency of this market is. Okay, there's no way to pin down why or how things impact because of con season. There is very little impact to the market, especially on big books, things that are 4, 5, 6 figures. For sure, at conventions, there are a lot of big prices that exchange hands that are not recorded by GPA. If you follow the CGC forum, you will hear some of the big dealers there talk about the big sales they had at the conventions. So that big sales on big keys do happen at conventions, but the result at all of the online auctions, from Heritage to Comic Connect to Comic Link, says that there are plenty of bidders online, away from the convention. More than enough to not have the convention impact the prices. Okay, so over the years, I have had many discussions with other collectors about this myth, and for me, it is just that, a myth. Okay, convention season really has not that much impact on online auction prices. Once again, vote if you agree or disagree. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.